Hello and welcome into Lady Jags Stadium. I'm Jeremy Hurtado, bringing you the play-by-play. Alongside me today, a treat, Matt Falco joining us. Matt, thanks for joining us today here at Lady Jags Stadium for a game we expect to be a good game.
Yeah, it's great to be here. The MPC rivalry is always a good matchup. Year after year, these teams always put up a good fight, so it's going to be an awful lot of fun.
We got National Anthem, then we'll do the starting lineups. We'll be back after this on NorCal Sports TV.
It's never too late to find your Jaguar spot.
And for adult education programs, it's free.
Get access to upskill opportunities.
I got my spot and increased my language skills.
Find your spot at San Jose City College.
For the land of the free in a home.
National Anthem finishes up here at Jaguar Stadium to get a chance to take a look at the MPC Logos starting lineup. They come in with a record of 8-20 under head coach Ian Sullinger. 3-5 though in conference play, which is the important part. Leadoff batter Kylie Gold, batting .270, the designated player. Number 6, batting in the second slot, Alyssa Castillo, batting .242, playing right field. Johnny Casadas, the pitcher today, in the 3 spot. The 4 spot, Leah Griffal, the catcher. Number 5 spot, Grace Barnhart, the third baseman, batting 6th is Huhi Martinez in the center field. 7th is Sydney Smith playing first. 8th is Kylie Dahl playing third base. And rounding out the batting order, number 10, Samantha Ortiz playing left field. Also in the lineup, Julia Olivia, second baseman and flex player for MPC. And Matt, what do we expect to see here from the Logos today as they're trying to get back on board the winning track?
Poise. When you get to a situation like this deep in the season and the schedule starts to reflect a lot of conference games, conference record may not reflect the way you want it to, you got to stay poised, stay focused. You know what the mission is, you know what your jobs are. Everybody do your job, stay focused, stay locked in, and compete.
And competing on the mound for the Jags today is Priya Quinones, making her 24th appearance. She's 8-6 with a .553 earned run average, 23 walks, but 24 strikeouts. And she'll be in the circle today as Corona, Keystion Walker, Zambrano playing first base. DJ Martinez going back behind the plate today for the Jags. Donahue, Vergara, and Castro left to right as we get set for pitch number 1 here from Lady Jag Stadium. First pitch in there for a strike.
Not as much wind today as you see sometimes here at Lady Jags Field, so it should be a pretty smooth game defensively for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been windy gust off and on today, but like you said, right at first pitch, it kind of just died down, so hopefully that continues a trend as Quinones up 0-2 quickly here on Gould. Leadoff hitter for the Lobos. Here's the wind and the next pitch. That one just off the plate for a ball. Nice miss, though, right there if you want to try and entice a swing.
You definitely want to miss down with a lot of those pitches as well. Down and away, you want to keep the ball away from the middle of the plate with these hitters that got some power.
Quinones gets the signal here. Winds pitch. That one swung on and hit down the left field line. Foul just outside of reach of Corona. So we'll do it again here. 1-2. Just underway at Lady Jag Stadium. Beautiful day. Kind of cleared out. Like I said, a little wind gusts earlier, but beautiful right now. Nice 63-degree day here in San Jose. Couldn't ask for more after the last couple days of rain.
Perfect softball weather.
Quinones with a 1-2 pitch. This one swung on and missed. Strike 3. Striking out the first batter of the game. Good sign there for Priya as she gets ahead and then puts away the leadoff hitter for the Lobos.
Yeah, Gould looked a little fooled on that one. Like she was guessing in a 2-strike count. Didn't quite have the full swing there. That looked like more of a defensive hack. So good to see that the pitching's got them off balance.
Yeah, absolutely. When Priya's on, she gets ahead early and takes care of things. When she gets behind and starts getting those 3 ball counts, that's when we worry. Ground ball over to short. Keystion up with it and over to first and quickly 2 away as Castillo grounds out on the first pitch.
Nothing makes a defense and a pitcher happier than 1 pitch outs. That's what makes these at-bats so crucial early in the game. You want to use up as many pitches as possible, try to tire and wear down a pitcher, but that right there is going to keep the pitching coach happy and your defense happy.
Absolutely. Infielders are ready to go. They hate those 3-2 counts, and everybody's just kind of waiting for pitches. Hey, activity, get them going, get a ground ball, get you into the game early. Good sign here for the Jags as that one falls low for a ball.
Another thing it sets up is if you get 1 pitch outs and you get 2 outs quickly early in the inning, what it does for your 3-hitter, it gives you a chance to steal a strike where they're likely going to be taking until they get a strike. So it gives you a chance to get ahead. So we'll see how she does here.
Here's the wind. That 1-0 pitch swung on, foul back to the backstop.
Laying in the weeds a little bit on that 1-0 pitch. That was a pretty healthy cut there.
Yeah, that one trying to go 200 there. That was not a single swing, right? That was a full-on, let her rip, get loose type of a swing. Now let's see if Priya comes back with some kind of off-speed pitch. Here's the wind, the pitch. That one floats just outside for a ball.
It's a good day to get some lift on the ball if you're the batter. Clear days like this, it's warm, ball carry a lot smoother than it will on a cloudy day.
Casares swung on, popped up right field. Castillo there and makes the catch, and an easy first inning for the Jags. No runs, no hits, no errors, and after a half inning, it's Jags coming to the plate here on NorCal Sports TV.
It's never too late to find your Jaguar spot.
And for adult education programs, it's free.
Get access to upskill opportunities.
I got my spot and increased my language skills.
Find your spot at San Jose City College.
I know that's right. I've been doing that for years. 5.
Back to the top of the lineup here for the Jags. Leading off is Vergara, playing center field. Corona, the third baseman. Martinez back in the lineup today behind the plate. Sealing batting fourth. Walker, her normal fifth spot in the lineup, playing second base. Zambrano back at first base today for the Jags. Keystion, the shortstop. Castillo, who made that play to end the top of the first, out in right field, and Sierra Donahoe, the 9-hitter for the Jags, playing left field. And, of course, Priya Quinones, the flex player on the mound, or in the circle, rather, for the Jags, as we are set here in the bottom of the first inning. So, Matt, we saw a good clean inning there at the top of the first for the Jags. Let's see if we can get a few hits here on the board against the starting pitcher, Casares. Johnny Casares making her 17th appearance. 4-8 record, 19 walks, but 42 strikeouts. So that means get ready to swing the bat if you're the Jags. Here's the wind, the first pitch. In there for a strike. Vergara batting .265, but has a .413 on-base percentage. That's why she's at the top of the lineup there. Also leads the team with 19 walks.
It's a staple in this Jags program is to have speed and on-base percentage at the top of this lineup.
That one bounces in for a ball. Easy take there for Vergara.
Coach Rooney set the precedent of get people on base, get them over, get them in.
Right.
Small ball.
It's easy, right? Sounds easy, right? Get them on, get them over, get them in.
Right.
A little harder to do sometimes than it is to sit here and talk about.
Man,
but
definitely.
You know, you're absolutely right. Hey, get a guy or girl on to first, get her over, get her in. There's a slap to the third base. Dahl over to first. Not in time.
Where was the first baseman on that one?
The first baseman came in. I'm not sure. I think she thought it was going to be a bunt. It was like a slap. Regardless, it's a base hit to start the game for the Jags.
That's just a miscommunication defensively. The second baseman did not roll down. That's Oliva, the flex player. She did not roll down to cover that first base bag on that, and that made all the difference on that play. So an infield single to start it off.
Now we'll see if we get things going here. Vergara, Corona, bunt. Popped up. I was going to say, this is where you talk about, right? Get them on, get them over, and then get DJ a chance to drive them in.
Yeah, and you saw Oliva was sprinting to the bag on that one.
Yeah, that's when she's like, oops, hey, got to take care of your responsibilities on the infield.
But those are the mental lapses, the little tiny things early in the game that can cost you a game. That could end up being a run. We'll see if the Jags can get her over and get her in.
Here's Casares' next pitch. That one bunted down the first base line, and it's on foul. Went right back and hit her in the box. So down 0-2. We'll see if the Jags leave the bunt on, or they just said, okay, Corona, you're batting .344. Go get something done and move her over, right? At least get something to get her to second base.
Kind of been the death of the two spot in this lineup over the years. You've seen some good hitters that have been relegated to a lot of bunts because of the small ball theory, but it tends to work. You see all the balls on the wall in the outfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't argue with that. 1996, 7, 2000, 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, 16, 19. It's hard to argue with conference championships, right? If it works, it works. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one swung on, lifted to left field, And there to make the catches, Ortiz for out number 1. So unable to get her over is Corona, and we'll see if that becomes an issue.
And a decent piece of two-strike hitting. I mean, you definitely want to try to go back up the middle, go the other way in a two-strike count, hit the ball hard. That was a top spin liner. It had a little bit of air under it, just enough for the left fielder to flag it down. But that's a solid at-bat there, though you do want to get that runner over.
So, batting in the 3 position, catcher DJ Martinez returning to the lineup. That pitch in there for a strike. Martinez batting just under 500 on the season at 479. This is someone Casares doesn't want to mess around with, because this DJ can leave the yard in a hurry. Doesn't matter what kind of weather we have on the day. I've seen her hit some bombs. That one swung on and fouled back out of play. DJ quickly behind 0-2. Now got a battle here if you're Martinez and be productive.
Right. Got to take advantage of the opportunities to strike early here if you're the Jags.
One swung on and again fouled off. DJ stays alive, and like you said, taking advantage of the opportunities, right? I mean, this is conference play. You're 4-4 if you're San Jose coming in. You're playing a team that's 3-5 right below you. You got to get that separation and get that win and make sure that you're helping yourself in the conference standings and getting a chance to take care of any advantages you can early kind of helps set the tone. Ground ball over to third base, off the glove and into center field. See if they rule out an error. I think they will. They do, absolutely. It's already on the board, an error on Dahl. And so Martinez reaches on the E5, moving Vergara over to second base. It was one of those ones that kind of close. Kind of went into a semi-slide to try and get the ball right off the heel of the glove, and then shortstop Barnhart not able to get it. So 2 on with 1 out, and Sealing steps into this batter's box here for the Jags. That one ripped, but into the bullpen of the Jags. Foul for strike 1.
Changes the whole inning now after what happened on that leadoff batter. You got 2 runners on now, and these are the little things we're talking about, where you now have a little bit of a rally set up here, an opportunity to blow this open and put a crooked number up here early.
Yeah, absolutely. You've done it without having the ball leave the infield, right? Yeah. You had 2 infield hits and an infield error. This one popped up, and that one doesn't leave the infield either, but Sealing
it's the old infield fly call from the field umpire.
So that's a second out. And again, talk about taking advantage of things. Jags right now not able to make the Lobos pay for the 2 fielding errors, even though one's ruled a hit, but one kind of a mental error. Okay, we'll go with that. Not getting over to cover first. We'll see here if Walker can make a swing here to help out the Jags.
So with 2 outs, you get the 2-out jump as the base runners. And so a ball in the gap can still get you 2 runs.
Got one in there for a strike.
And another aspect of this game, a lot of contact, a lot of balls put in play so far, so not too much of a feel for the umpire's zone yet. So the pitchers are still trying to figure that out as the game goes along.
That one on the inside corner for strike 2. And so now Walker got to be protective here. Down 1-2, 2 outs, 2 on, bottom of the first. Jags looking to strike here.
Can't be too picky. Anything close, got to put some bat on it.
Here's the line. The pitch swung on and lifted the left field into the game for a base hit. Rounding third and scoring is Vergara for the first run. And holding at second base is Martinez. And the Jags do just that as they take advantage of the mental error and get the first run on the board.
Excellent 2-strike hitting, 2-out hitting. Just get one to the outfield. Let your runners use their 2-out jump and get on their horse and get in to score. Good job by Vergara moving around third and getting that first run across.
Absolutely. Now Zambrano comes to the plate. Zambrano batting .295 here on the season. That one swung on and missed. Took a big hack there.
So, is that did they call that a foul ball? I think they called that a foul ball. Catcher didn't squeeze that ball, and little things, and I'm going to be harping on the little things a lot. I played a lot of baseball in my time and broadcasted a lot of softball with San Jose City, and the little things have been the difference between going to super regionals and going to the state championship, winning at state championship, things like that. So you'll hear me harp a lot about the little things.
Here's the one. Next pitch is off the corner for a ball, even in the count at 1-1. No, you're absolutely right, though. I mean, between winning that championship again and then moving on in the playoffs or not, it usually is an error here or a missed opportunity there, or not even maybe an error, but just a mental lapse, which, like you said, that kind of cost you games that you look back and you're like, oh, this is, we lose by 1, but look at this and this and this.
Games, yeah.
Yeah. So I hear you. Definitely. Baseball, I feel, and softball more than in a lot of other sports, you do get those mental errors that kind of cost you things, right? Because you can make a mental error in a football, and okay, you drop a catch. Yes, it's important, but there's another play you go on, but it's baseball, it seems like it's just so much more maximized.
The success rate is so much lower offensively that, the base running mistakes, just bad at bats, things like that, they really make all the difference in the world. But now you're in the same spot, an opportunity where a base hit can get you another run.
Absolutely, and Zambrano evens the count at 2s. Here's the pitch, that one off the plate. So this here right here, productive at bat, right? You battle back, you get the 3-2. Now the runners are going on the pitch. It does get you another extra bonus. Like you said, if you get one in the gap, you might score 2.
Absolutely. And that's what I mean. Take advantage of the opportunity. Take advantage of the rally early. We saw that on the other side of the ball, they got off to a good start. Let's see here.
That one lifted in the short center field, going back on it, now coming in and making the catch is Hui Martinez, and that'll end the inning. But the Jags do strike for 1 run on 2 hits. 2 left on, and after an inning of play, it's Jags 1, Lobos nothing on NorCal Sports TV.
It's never too late to find your spot at San Jose City College.
And for adult education programs, it's free.
Get access to upskill opportunities.
With online and in-person schedules to fit your needs.
I got my spot and increased my language skills.
Find your spot and start your future today at San Jose City College.
Welcome back inside Lady Jag Stadium, where it's the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Lobos. Griffall, Barnhart, and Hui Martinez against Priya Quinones, who kind of slid through that first inning nicely. Minimum number of pitches, getting ahead of hitters. See if she can continue that here in the second.
Strike out, ground out, fly out. As simple as it comes.
Absolutely, right? If you're a Jags fan, that's what you want to see. You want to see Priya getting ahead of hitters and go long in the game. She's been going 4 or 5 innings, but it's always been kind of like a struggle here and there and kind of working through things. I'd love to see her just kind of breeze through a few innings and kind of get some momentum going. That one swung on and tried to get right to you, Matt. You had a chance to make the play.
Honestly, I was very tempted to go over the fence there, but I've been taught by some of the MLB fans.
That's right, yeah.
I like to stay and watch.
No ejections, right? We need you on the mic. We can't have you getting ejected here. But yeah, that one's coming right at you. That's probably the closest we've had all year. Had a few of them down the line here, but that one you might have been able to reach out and get.
Oof.
Even in the count, that one looked close.
Yeah.
I know you were waiting for the right arm to go up,
Yeah.
and it just didn't happen.
And the thing about it is the high-low parts of the zone are all so tricky because of the way the batters will crouch and squat into their swings and whatnot. So that top part of the zone can get really, really dicey, particularly with the size of the ball and things like that. So it's tricky. It's a hard job for an umpire back there.
Oh, you're being nice to him because earlier you were.
And I'll be honest with you, as a player, I'm ready for the robo-umps. I really am. But I do understand it's very tough with the human eye to see some of the locations of some of these pitches, especially with the movement that some of these ladies are putting on the softball. It's
right.
crazy.
Yeah, the softball rises, it falls,
Absolutely.
it breaks, it comes in on you. I mean, it's a whole different animal than a baseball.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I mean,
And some of these hitters are so small that the strike zone is the size of a box of cereal. Like it's different.
Christian over to first in time. Zambrano he makes the play there, and Christian taking care of things for the Jags. Out number one.
Smooth defense for the Jags. Always been another one of the staples of this program.
This one swung on and lifted. Just foul down the third base line.
Another Lobos-Jaguars battle. And we've seen so many of them over the years go down to the wire with some terrific players that have gone on to play at the next level.
Quinones in there for another strike, and like I talked about it, I mean, we harped on it in the first inning. I said it here at the beginning, but 0-2 here after getting a quick out. I mean, you love that if you're a Jags fan. See the development of the pitching staff just coming after people instead of trying to nibble. That one, just misses, and I know you were looking for the call there.
I was ready for the lawnmower right there. I thought that one was on the outside corner, but it looked like it missed just a tad.
Still, good place to miss, though, on an 0-2 count, right?
Miss
I mean,
away.
that's where it's a competitive pitch. You got to make a decision. It's not bounced in there. It's not way up high. There's the strike three that you were looking for.
And that's back-to-back innings with a strikeout. Strikeouts don't come as often in softball as you might see in baseball. These players are really good at getting the bat on the ball. But back-to-back innings with a strikeout now for Quinones.
Yeah, absolutely. That's her 26th of the season. Starting to kind of climb up there. Stepping into the batter's box, Hui Martinez batting .225 for the Lobos. Swung on, ground ball, foul down the third base line and just at the third base coach.
There is such an advantage to pitching when you can get those first two outs without allowing anybody to get on base, and then on the third batter get the first pitch strike. So 0-1, you're ahead of the count, you're ahead of the inning. It's like in football playing ahead of the sticks. It's the same kind of concept. Just stay ahead of the game.
It takes the pressure off the pitcher, too, because now you know, hey, if I miss with the pitch, it's not the end of the world.
It makes it easier on your defense as well when you know my play's at 1. You know, base hit, we're going 2. Simple. We don't have to think too much. It makes it very easy to just enjoy playing the game and stay locked in.
Another thing I like, too, is Priya's working quick today. Just gets the ball. She's back in the circle, ready to go.
Seems to be really effective, too. The Lobos seem to be really off balance in the batter's box. Not too much hard contact, couple strikeouts. It's looking really, really good so far.
Now Quinones with a chance to make this another solid inning here, up 1-2 over Hui Martinez, the sixth-place hitter for the Lobos, batting .225. Here's the wind and the pitch. That one is on the corner, called strike 3, and just like that, 2 out of the 3 are strikeouts, and the Jags put away the Lobos in the top of the second, heading to the bottom of the second. Jags up 1-0.
It's never too late to find your spot at San Jose City College.
And for adult education programs, it's free.
Get access to upskill opportunities.
With online and in-person schedules to fit your needs.
I got my spot and increased my language skills.
Find your spot and start your future today at San Jose City College.
2-1. Bottom of the second inning, it's the 7, 8, 9 hitter Keystion Castro Donahoe stepping into the batter's box versus Casares. Jags are able to get it on the scoreboard early with a 1-0 lead. That one misses the zone for a ball.
That's a good pitch to kind of give you an idea of where the bottom of the zone is and where it's not, because that's not a spot. Apparently, that's not a spot where she's going to be able to miss and get a couple calls. So that's big information for these hitters.
Here's the one. The next pitch is swung on and lifted deep and out of here. Just over the left field fence for Keystion, and it's a home run for the Jags, and they strike here in the bottom of the second.
What a beautiful swing. Keystion was sitting on that pitch, being a little bit elevated in the zone. That's goes back to that last pitch. You can't miss down there. You got to bring the ball up a little bit, and Keystion was sitting on it.
Absolutely, and what a pitch to sit on as she sends it about 202 feet, but that's all you needed. Right? I mean, just barely getting over the wall there.
Get the run in.
But, hey, a run's a run, and put another one on the board for the Jags. And you talked about it in the first. Get the ball up in the air, and things can happen as the wind kind of is helping the left field now.
That pitch was a good example of a strike at the bottom of the zone. Just compare and contrast to the first pitch of the last at bat. We'll see how it plays out against Castillo.
Ground ball over to third. Dahl up with it. And over to Smith in time for out number 1.
Very smooth, very nicely done by Dahl over there at third.
So Casares battles back there and gets the number 8 hitter for the Jags. Castro now. Sierra Donahoe stepping in 238. The 9th place hitter batting left field, or playing left field rather. That one in there for strike 1.
Rick Petros back there, the home plate umpire. He can be a little deliberate with getting that fist up, so sometimes you might have to wait. He grunts, "Arr!" and then you see that fist come up. We can't always hear him from down the line over here, so just got to wait for that fist to come up.
That one swung on and fouled down the first base line. Strike 2.
Good job by the Jags, one time through the lineup, as Donahoe will wrap up that first time through. Couple hits, a home run, couple runs across. Good job of establishing a good offensive flow here early in the game.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one swung on and lifted. Shortstop ranging over, making the play is Barnhart for out number 2. So Donahoe flies out to the shortstop in short left field. And that'll send us back to the top of the lineup with Vergara, who got that infield hit in the first, came around and scored the Jags' first run of the game.
A nice job done by Barnhart, the shortstop. They talk well, they communicate well, no pop-up dance or anything like that, just a smooth play by the shortstop on a ball in no man's land. That's another key, too. First pitch missed down low for ball 1. But another key defensively, this Lobos team is very well coached, which makes the mental lapse by Oliva in the first inning all that much more alarming.
Now here's another tough play before Oliva, and she's not going to be able to make the play as that one just kind of popped up over the catcher, or rather the pitcher, and kind of died. Almost like a little nice pitching wedge there right behind the pitcher's mound, and got another infield hit for Vergara, her second of the game.
That is the benefit of backspin, my friend. A ball that was backspun right to the feet of the second baseman and then started to bounce away towards the middle of the field. So, like you said, a really tough play for Oliva. I don't think she had any shot with the speed of Vergara.
No, there was no chance. Once that ball hit, it was over.
Yep.
Like you said, it spun back towards the pitcher, and it was game over.
So now you got another setup here, runner at first. do have 2 outs, but you got the 2, 3, 4 hitters lined up here.
Absolutely, and this is where things get interesting, right? You get that 2-out hit, and you're like, okay, that's not a big deal, but good teams, they'll capitalize on those 2-outs hits, and not only does it turn a lineup over, but it also gets you another chance to score a couple runs and take advantage of those just like that with a single into right field. Throw to third base is not going to be in time. It's offline. Good throw there by Castillo over to Dahl, but just up the shortstop side of third base, and Vergara wheels into third base.
So there you go. First and third now. Runners at the corners. 3, 4, 5 hitters lined up. And you just got back-to-back 2-out hits after the leadoff home run. This is that offensive flow state that we were talking about, getting going. You got to have this sort of stuff in conference games if you're going to establish dominance in the conference, especially this late in the season.
And what it does, too, is it brings up your best hitter here with a chance to drive in some runs. You got a runner on third, obviously in scoring position, but probably another runner on first in scoring position if you get one in the gap somewhere. So,
and you get that 2-out jump.
And we talk about Priya pitching from ahead. Johnny, she's been pitching from behind a lot. She's getting ahead behind 1-0, 2-0, having to come inside more to the middle of the plate. And then the Jags able to make some work. There again, 2-0 count.
Yeah, working herself into trouble here. Now you got a hitter's count to a middle of the order hitter with runners in scoring position. It's just set up poorly for the Lobos now.
See if Casares can battle back here. The 2-0 pitch. DJ shows bunt and pulls back. You knew she wasn't going to bunt there. That's just kind of a, hey, I'm taking. Let's see if you can throw a strike before I get excited about anything.
She started to creep towards the front of the box on that a little bit and show that bunt. See if they can get the defense moving a little bit, keep them honest. And now you see the corners playing even with the bag.
This one lift to the left, and it's back out the wall and over the head. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs will score, and DJ rolls into second base with a double and 2 RBIs, just like we talked about. 2-out runs coming up huge for the Jags.
Rally on 2 like we always do. This is what you look for. 2 strikes, or not. This is not a 2-strike count. 2 outs, excuse me. In a 2-out situation, get runners on, get them over because they get the 2-out jump on balls in the gap just like that. Runner at first scores with ease, not even a throw to the plate. Perfectly set up by the Jags, and that's what happens when you get into hitters' counts to the middle of the order.
Absolutely. Now coming in ceiling with the runner on second, looks to extend, and there goes DJ off to third, and she's thrown out at third base by Graf. So not able to advance is DJ Martinez, but yet the Jags score 3 runs on 4 hits and none left on at the end of 2. It's Jags up 4-0 here on NorCal Sports TV.
I grew up where kids weren't expected to go to college. We just got whatever job we could to pay the bills. I felt I had no other choice. There was no role models to show me anything else. At San Jose City College, I experienced the transformational power of education. I was empowered when learning about social movements in this country, and I realized that I did have a choice. I decided then to forge my own path and become a role model for my family and for my community. Choose your own path. Discover your brilliance at San Jose City College.
At City College, I have the chance to run for amazing coaches and teammates.
San Jose City College has some of the best athletics facilities I've ever seen.
As Jaguars, we have the opportunity to excel both on the track and in the classroom.
SJCC has the perfect balance of athletic and academic support that I know will help me when I transfer to a 4-year college.
I love being a Jaguar.
As opposed to Merchant? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So Jags up 4-0 here as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Leading off for the Lobos will be Sydney Smith, the 7 hitter, followed by Dahl and Ortiz, the 8-9 hitters. Jags kind of rolling right here. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Jags. No runs on no hits and 1 error for the Lobos. Priya already with 3 strikeouts on the day, and like we've talked about, working ahead, working in front of the hitters, and then kind of forcing them to be on the defensive end. And so far, so good for the Jags.
Yeah, there's been some really talented players that have come through this Lobos program, but Torque's not walking through that door, so they're going to have to figure something out here against the Jags. They've worked themselves into a bit of a hole here, and they haven't had any base runners yet.
Quinones with the opening pitch at the top of the third, and it's down low for a ball. So
and this is
getting ahead this time. I think this might be the first time she's been behind in the count.
Filling out that zone a little bit more. This is the part of the order where you can just go after him, pitch to a little bit of contact.
This one lifted to left field. Donahoe ranging over towards the line, and then about a step and a half away from foul territory makes the play. So Quinones didn't get ahead, but still 2-pitch out. We'll take that, right? Absolutely. And again, pitch count not as big in softball as it is in baseball, but still, hey, when you're not, we talked about it earlier, when you're not having your fielders sit out there and just wait for pitch after pitch after pitch, good things tend to happen.
With softball, it's more about general fatigue and the mental side of it. When you're getting outs, when your pitches are working, you get confidence in them, and you just throw them with more vigor, more fire. And so you'll see when the pitchers are rolling, the rise ball will have a little bit more jump to it. And things like that will start to have an impact on a game, especially in matchups like this late in the year.
Quinones misses this zone with the first pitch, off-speed pitch. Here's the next one. This one swung on and fouled back, even in the count at 1, as that goes into the construction zone.
I can only tell you how many softballs have been lost in that construction zone over the years.
Jeez.
But now that building has been torn down, I'm sure they grabbed a lot of them from off the top of it.
I know that there's been about 60 of them hit this year, and always have to send someone over there to try and find them. This pitch is popped up on the bunt, and it's going to fall foul as Corona grabs it for strike 2.
Corona, hey, that's a Dahl is fortunate on that one. Bunt popped up in the air like that. In a lot of games where third base is playing a step in or a couple steps in on the bag, that ball gets caught. So she's fortunate there. And maybe a little semblance of new life here. 1 out, base is empty, looking for the first hit.
I like the idea, though, because Corona is playing about 3 steps now. She steps a couple more back behind the bag at third.
Which you can do in a 2-strike count, bunts foul.
But she was playing behind the bag even before on the bunt, so I like that idea of trying to lay one down. Hey, you have no hits, you got to do something, right?
Oh, definitely. And that's what the bottom of the order tends to do, right? Hey, we're not swinging for it, well, I'll bunt for it.
Right. Quinones winds, 1-2 pitch. This one grounded over to Corona, foul. Off the third base dugout. Nice play there made by the coach down the line. And we'll reset it 1-2. Umpire taking a minute. He's got to get some more baseballs.
He needs some more.
Lost a few, or softballs, excuse me. Lost a few in the construction zone, in the bullpen.
Yeah, they're serious about getting each and every one of those things back. It's a mission sending people after foul balls over the years.
Those things are expensive.
Oh, yeah.
As a former baseball coach, I know how that is. It's people joke, and I'm like, no, those are expensive things. We got to go get those. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Quinones with her 4th strikeout of the game.
Yeah, she's rolling. She is absolutely rolling right now. All of her pitches are working. Her misses are close to the zone, and they're strategic. She's setting herself up. She's setting these hitters up. It's very, very smooth work.
2 outs quickly here in the top of the third as Ortiz comes to the plate, batting .273 for the Lobos. Takes strike 1.
I think I might have heard the old Rick Petros growl on that one behind the plate, calling strike 1.
Quinones with the next pitch. This one off-speed pitch, grounded foul. And you can tell, hey, that's a great pitch because you can way out in front of it, pulling it down that third base line. Priya.
Off balance.
Yep, getting them off balance and just kind of keeping them. Not really sure what's coming up next. Now it's 0-2. You got all kinds of options. You can nibble off the plate. You can go back with the rise ball if you want. I mean,
I wouldn't throw anything anywhere near the strike zone. 0-2, 2 out, space is empty. Chase something.
That one was close to the strike zone. So waiting for that right arm to go up, just missing.
Paralysis pitch. What it does is it forces the hitter to guess, is that something close enough to swing at, or is that far enough off the plate that I should take it and live to see one more pitch? It really, really does a good job of forcing batters to freeze. Good pitch there.
Here's the 1-2. This one up high for a ball.
You go paralysis, then you go something near the eyes, make them think about swinging after being frozen on the last pitch. That one was a bit of an easy take, but good idea.
2-2 count. Priya gets the signal. Now here's the wind and the pitch. That one swung on and fouled off behind the plate. Ortiz will stay alive.
Went right back up to the top of the zone with that pitch as well. And so now you have an opportunity to throw something that starts like it's coming up and then drops off the table.
Absolutely right. You set those eyes up. You've gone 2 up high. Now you can, like you said, come down low, come on the inside corner even, kind of trying to freezer. All kinds of options for Priya here with the 2-2. Swung on, lifted. Short center field, or left field rather, Walker. The second baseman makes the play, and another solid inning for the Jags as there's no runs on, no hits, and nobody left on. Go to the bottom of the third. Jags still up 4-0.
I grew up where kids weren't expected to go to college. We just got whatever job we could to pay the bills. I felt I had no other choice. There was no role models to show me anything else. At San Jose City College, I experienced the transformational power of education. I was empowered when learning about social movements in this country, and I realized that I did have a choice. I decided then to forge my own path and become a role model for my family and for my community. Choose your own path. Discover your brilliance at San Jose City College.
At City College, I have the chance to run for amazing coaches and teammates.
San Jose City College has some of the best athletics facilities I've ever seen.
As Jaguars, we have the opportunity to excel both on the track and in the classroom.
SJCC has the perfect balance of athletic and academic support that I know will help me when I transfer to a four-year college.
I love being a Jaguar.
Ceiling, Walker, Zambrano, the 4-5-6 hitters here to lead it off for the Jags because Martinez got thrown out at third base trying to steal when Ceiling was up. So Ceiling gets a new count. McKenna came into the game batting .288. So we got a little bit of bullpen activity going on here to the left of us. Lobos getting someone ready. That pitch in there for strike one. That's Kylie Good warming up in the bullpen for MPC.
And Gould came in as the flex player. So this would be a switch that likely wouldn't impact the rest of the 8 defenders.
One pitch, swung on and lifted to center field for a base hit. Ceiling keeping the train rolling. Jags seem like they see the ball real well out of Casares' hand and have had some big-time hits on the board, as that's the 7th today.
And you mentioned that Martinez was tagged out at third to end the inning. That is technically 4 straight hits. It was the home run, then 2 straight outs, then single, double, and the runner was thrown out at third. That's 4 straight hits now with the single by Ceiling. And Walker stands in. Her first pitch is a ball. And this is another big spot now with nobody out. You got your leadoff runner on. You got an opportunity to start another rally. Start putting on some more crooked numbers.
Absolutely right. Keep piling on here because we've seen this happen before where the Jags jump out early and then something happens and all of a sudden the other team kind of comes back as that pitch gets away and Ceiling trots on down to second base, says thank you very much. Advances 60 feet.
More small stuff, more little mini lapses that happen. That this one was a wild pitch, but these are the things that can cost you because now a base hit can get you a run. Walker does have an RBI single already today. Knocked in the first run when Vergara was at second base.
This one lifted to right field, coming over and making the play is Castillo, and then she drops it on the transfer and scooting over to third base goes Sealing. So productive out for the Jags. Won't go as a sacrifice, but still, nonetheless, the F9 gets the runner over to third base with less than 2 outs.
You take that productive out every single time. Doesn't matter how you get it. If it's a bunt, if it's a ground out, it's a fly out, that runner gets to third, that's a productive at bat.
Now Zambrano can drive one in without even getting the hit. Just a fly ball somewhere gets you another RBI and another run. So absolutely, just Jags taking advantage so far of the mistakes by the Lobos. As that pitch misses the zone for ball 1.
It's got to be a daunting task. You have a runner at third, less than 2 outs, and the home run hitter on deck.
Here's the wind, the pitch, that one taken in there for a strike. And not to mention, you know, having that runner at third base puts more pressure on your defense too. They got to make a play, whether it's look the runner back to third and then throw to first, or come home with it, or whatever it is, the decision they have to make has to be clean. Otherwise, you're going to get a run again. So we talked about that with Priya. With nobody on base, you just kind of cruise on. Casares has been the other way around. She's had runners all over the place and high stress, high pitches.
Makes all the difference in the world. I mean, when you're standing out here for long periods of time, I want you to look at the posture of our center fielder here. That's one example of, like, it's just kind of hard to stay in a game where things aren't going as well. Little things like that impact your at-bats.
Absolutely.
They impact the way that you run the bases. They all have an impact on the totality of the game.
No, you're absolutely right. And like you said, you know, that kind of takes its toll over the 5-6 inning game and 7 inning game. You know, that body language shows you a lot.
Especially over a 35-game season.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to be like, oh, here we go again. You know, this has happened to us before.
Yep. The record will definitely reflect that. You know, if a team's, you know, plays, let's say 28 games and they're 20-8, their body language is going to be a lot different than a team that's, for instance, 8-20. So
absolutely,
those things definitely have a huge impact on the game.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one popped into right field, coming in on it, and now going out and making the play is Ortiz, and throwing it back into the infield quickly and preventing the run score. So Zambrano got it in the air, but not quite deep enough to drive in a run. Good play there by the Lobos as Olivia comes over and makes the play.
So now Keistion's standing in with the RBI opportunity, and the left fielder is getting a couple extra steps back towards the wall.
Yeah, Keistion went 205, we'll call it, over the left field wall last time at Platte, and this time, right back at the pitcher. And Casares makes the play to end the inning, so no runs on, one hit, one left on, and we'll go to the top of the fourth. Lobos trail 4-0.
I grew up where kids weren't expected to go to college. We just got whatever job we could to pay the bills. I felt I had no other choice. There was no role models to show me anything else. At San Jose City College, I experienced the transformational power of education. I was empowered when learning about social movements in this country, and I realized that I did have a choice. I decided then to forge my own path and become a role model for my family and for my community. Choose your own path. Discover your brilliance at San Jose City College.
At City College, I have the chance to run for amazing coaches and teammates.
San Jose City College has some of the best athletics facilities I've ever seen.
As Jaguars, we have the opportunity to excel both on the track and in the classroom.
SJCC has the perfect balance of athletic and academic support that I know will help me when I transfer to a 4-year college.
I love being a Jaguar.
Top of the fourth we go. Leadoff hitter for the Lobos, and we were kind of talking off air. This is kind of the test here for Priya, getting through the lineup the second time here. Let's see if she can continue to keep the Lobos off balance. It's Kylie Gould going to lead it off. The leadoff hitter for the Lobos, batting .270 coming into the game, struck out in the first to start the game. Oh, good pitch in there for strike one. Quinones. You could tell Gould kind of leaned out of the way and broke right back inside. And, you know, talked about having the hitters off balance so far. Priya doing a marvelous job of that. That one just off the outside edge.
I really do think her misses have been very effective as well. She's missing away, and she's missing largely she's been missing down, but she has a couple misses that have been up that are so up that they change the sight line for the hitter.
Absolutely. This one swung on back up the middle. Kistion with it over to first, and not in time. Wow, close play there at first base. That's going to be the first hit of the game for the Lobos.
Someone
that one kind of slowed down. Slowed down by Priya as it went off her glove, and Kistion tries to get it up and over there, and you can see on the replay, good call by the umpire, just beating it out for the first hit of the game is Gould.
It was a really stellar effort by the shortstop there. Coming across the bag, fielding it cleanly, and still being able to make an athletic throw and make that a close play.
This one square bunt. Priya up with it over to Walker in time. Sacrifice goes 1-4. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
So this sets up the first high-pressure situation for the Jags. Runner in scoring position, less than 2 outs, and the number 3 hitter for the Lobos.
Yeah, Casares, the starting pitcher, you know she'd like to help herself here and get an opportunity to drive in a run.
Another pitch that has him off balance. This is just starting with the off speed and then pitching backwards almost, where you start with the slow stuff and you speed it on up. Good way to steal a first pitch strike.
That one missed up.
But you saw that it was up with heat.
Yep,
she was going up with the hard stuff after starting Casares off with that first pitch off speed.
Yeah, I'd rather see the miss up there than bounce one in and it not even be an idea or an option to take it. This one rolled over to Walker. She's over to Zambrano for out number 2, rolling on over the third base is Gould, but now with 2 outs.
It's a good job there by the Jags defense and by Quinones. Get that out, soft contact. Now your defense can relax, play straight up. Any way you can get this out, get out of the inning.
Absolutely. You're trying to minimize if you're the pitcher, right? Hey, they got a hit. It wasn't even out of the infield, but, hey, they got the hit. So that now we don't have to worry about that anymore, right? The no-hitter's gone. We don't have to worry about that.
A lot of pressure off, truly.
And now you just go out and get outs, collect outs. You're already in the 4th. If you can get through this inning, you're halfway home, right? I mean, that's the way it works. That's the logistics of it. Here's the wind. The next pitch is way up high for a ball. 2-0. Gould standing there at third base, looking to be the first run of the game for the Lobos. I think this is a big spot here for Priya. If you can get out of this and go back and sit down still up 4-0, I think you've got to feel good about your day. Popped up, DJ Martinez over and just runs out of room. Great effort there by DJ.
She was looking at that thing like she was going to leap for a second. I was like, wait a minute, that thing hit the top of the dugout and kicked into the stands. But
she was going to climb on up on the railing there and do everything she could to try and get that one.
If that thing didn't hit the top part there, she would have had a shot to reach over and make a play on the ball. I think they're doing a little softball inspection, make sure she gets a good one.
Well, they might have, taking a look. Maybe just give DJ a minute to catch her breath, too.
Yeah.
Just took a sprint, Yes, it's only 10, 15 feet, but still, out of the crouch.
Out of the crouch, yeah. That's a tough play to have to make. And shout out to all catchers everywhere. We appreciate the work you do. It is not an easy job back there.
Here's the wind, the pitch. This one taken low for a ball. No, I played a lot of places, and I caught a couple games. I said, I'm not into this. I'd rather pitch than catch. There's no way. Putting the gear on 85, 90-degree days, forget that.
Oh, man.
You know, playing Little League and go, oh, we got to play 2 games. I'm like, no, I'm not catching. That's not happening.
And these ladies are playing on turf.
Oh, yes, even worse. Yeah. Here's the wind to pitch that one in there for a strike. Runs the count full. Yeah, put me on left field, coach. I'm good with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
I don't want to catch. I'm all right with that. I'd be like, oh, no, I can't do that. No.
I feel like the outfield is where you feel the fullness of the breeze.
Yep. Here's the wind, the pitch. So this one swung on, fouled down the third base line. We'll do it again. But, yeah, absolutely. 100-degree days, catcher's gear. No, thank you.
Big spot here as well. You don't want to have to face Barnhart with runners on base. You want to be able to start the next inning, bases empty, no worries, to go after the bottom half of this order.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. This one swung on, lifted to right field. Castro has it, and that'll do it, and the Jags do limit the damage. We get a hit, but no runs, and after 3.5, Jags 4, Lobos nothing.
It's never too late to find your spot at San Jose City College.
And for adult education programs, it's free.
Get access to upskill opportunities
with online and in-person schedules to fit your needs.
I got my spot and increased my language skills.
Find your spot and start your future today at San Jose City College.
There's more than one path to a successful future, and they're all in one spot at San Jose City College.
Plus, there are ways to do it with no tuition or fees.
Discover your spot today at San Jose City College.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Jags up 4-0 here on NorCal Sports TV. Again, Jeremy Hurtado along with Matt Franco. Falcon, not Franco. Keystion, Castro, Donahue, the 7-8-9 hitters. Castro, Donahue, Vergara, the 8-9-1 hitters for the Jags to lead things off here.
Keystion hit that bullet line drive right back at Casares, and she snatched it out of the air for the out. And we've seen some ugly plays like that over the years where line drive right back at the pitcher, you don't always get that glove up in time. So, you know, in the spirit of winning, you definitely want to see the ball get through for a base hit. You definitely want to see the ball not get caught. But I'm very glad that she was able to get a glove on that and protect herself.
No, absolutely. And that's where, like in softball, I'm glad a lot of them are wearing the face shields now.
Right.
Because you've seen it in baseball, too, where the ball comes back, hits a guy, drops him, he's out for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So, you know, with the pitcher being even closer in softball, it can get scary sometimes with some of those right back up the middle shots.
No joke, man. It's no joke at all. So good job there by Casares.
Cash for the right fielder. 276. Grounded out to shortstop. Her first time. Back in the 2nd inning.
Rick Petros was talking to the public address announcer, relaying some of the substitutions and whatnot.
Oh, we got a pitching change. That's what we got going on. Excuse me. So Casares out in pitching for the Lobos is Kylie Gould. So that was what the delay was there. My apologies. Gould, the designated player, so it doesn't change anything in the lineup. His first pitch in there for a strike to Castro.
This one is swung on and lifted into center, and it's playable for Martinez, who will put it away for the out.
So Gould getting the first out of the inning. Kylie Gold out of Monterey stepping on into the circle for the Jags, making her 9th appearance on the season. It's a record of 0-2. That one taken for a ball with a 4.96 ERA. Here's the one. This one into the 5-6 hole, through to left field for a base hit for Donahoe.
Sets the table for top of the order, coming back up. Got your kind of your double leadoff in a sense with that 9-1 flip. So getting a base hit in that spot. Excellent job by Donahoe. This is where you'll see the defense make some adjustments. The corners are playing in, third base especially.
Vergara, 2 infield hits, 2 for 2, and hasn't hit one past 60 feet away from her so far here this afternoon, but hey, you'll take those. They even out for those ones that are line drives right at people, right? I mean, those are the ones that you should go, oh, I hit that one on the head and got it out. Then you barely hit one and get a base hit. That's right. Here's the one, the pitch, that one way up high for a ball.
And that's the danger of playing that far in when you're playing the corners. You got a hitter, a slap hitter, who's versatile, who can bunt, drop a bunt down, slap one into the outfield, or plant that back foot and swing away.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the third baseman, she's about 45 feet away from home plate, if
Once
that.
she creeps in, it's even.
And then
it's
coming
even
in, right? Like you said, yeah, she's 3 or 4 steps in on the pitch.
Now, if she hits a line drive right at her shins, that's a really, really tough play, regardless of whether it's right at her or not. So these are some of the minor things in terms of the game of inches, just to be mindful of.
Here's the one. This one taken. Evens account at 2.
Vergara also a very smart hitter, not likely to chase, someone who's going to make you as a pitcher work.
Yeah,
so
we
you got to
talked
be ready
about
for
it.
everything.
413 on base percentage, 19 walks, leading the team. I mean, that's the prototypical leadoff hitter that you're looking for if you're the Jags. This one swung on and fouled back and staying alive.
It's another thing. Spoiling the pitches you don't like, wait for your pitch.
Absolutely. Make that pitch count go up. Again, not a huge deal in softball, but still, the more pitches you see, the more likely you're going to find one that you can take advantage of for the hitter. And the more information you can go back and tell your teammates, hey, this is what I saw, this is what we're looking for.
Now she's worked the count full, and just like that, she's in the driver's seat to put 2 runners on for the middle of the order coming up behind her, 2, 3, 4. Some big hitters. They've had some success already today. They've rallied twice already today. Big spot here.
Here's the one, the pitch. This one grounded down the third baseline, and it's going to be fair. Into the corner it goes, rounding second, heading for third is Donahoe, and she's in there for us. To advance to third, a double for Vergara down the line. And 3 for 3 for Vergara. That one finally gets out of the infield and gets extra bases on it.
Well, that has a lot to do with the defensive alignment. Third base is playing off the bag, left-handed hitter, and playing way, way in to guard against the short game. And she ripped it down the line just far enough away from that glove. So those are the things we mentioned before that pitch, how that can impact the game.
Right, yeah, your instincts and your reaction time is a lot less at 40 feet than it is at 60. What a play there by the second baseman for the Lobos, as Corona is out on a shot to the second baseman. And we got a substitute at second baseman. Oh, that's Dahl playing second base, excuse me. So Dahl over there to play second. Moving over from third base where she started the game. Martinez here. 2 on. Chance to just really kind of open this up here in the bottom of the 4th. Martinez reached on an error and doubled and drove in 2 last time at bat. She could double again, drive in 2 more. Like I said, that would really open things up here for the Jags. Takes that one for a strike.
They have gotten at least 1 base runner in each of the first 4 innings.
Here's the one. The pitch swung on, lifted to center field, back deep and off the top of the wall. 2 runs will score as DJ slides into second base with a double and 2 more RBIs. And that one missed getting out of here by about 1.5 feet as it hit the top of the fence and came back in the play in the left center field gap.
2 2-run doubles for Martinez today, and this one had home run written on it for a second. And it didn't quite make it out of the yard, but what a swing of the bat there by Martinez, extending this lead to 6-0, and just furthering what we've been saying all game long about the Jags rallying, the Jags offense, and this pitching staff's just been having a hard time keeping them off the base paths.
No, absolutely, and you said you've had runners all over the place, and they've scored in 3 of the 4 innings. And that other inning, they had a runner thrown out at third base.
Right.
To end the inning. So it's really been traffic all over the place. And you talk about those pitches. Yeah, pitches aren't that a big deal, the number, but it's the strain that you're putting on the pitcher every time where, hey, they're important, there's runners on, there's traffic. And you just feel like, 35 pitches is a little different than the 35 pitches you're just cruising along.
Right.
Getting ahead in the count. So
your defenders are on their feet for a longer period of time. The morale goes down when you see more and more runs coming across. It really is a mental game, so a lot of that impacts all that. And it's starting to have its effect on the Lobos now. 6-0 as we play the last of the 4th, which, though there's 2 outs, is still not over. There's a runner in scoring position, and the cleanup hitter is up.
Yeah, Sealing, who lined one to the first baseman. Or actually, excuse me, she got a single to center field her last at that, and then she gets on here.
So we mentioned earlier a lot of the pitches were getting put in play. We were trying to figure out the ump zone because there hasn't been a lot of balls. That right there was the first walk of the game for either team, and we're in the 4th inning.
Yeah, so either the strike zone's been solid because the pitchers have been, our players have been able to find the zone and understand it, So that's what you love as a player, right? Hey, your zone is your zone. That's fine if you're an umpire. But at least just be consistent. It better be a strike in the 1st inning if it is in the 6th inning.
Exactly.
Right? That better be a ball in the 1st if it's a ball in the 4th, right? You can adjust as a player and be like, okay, I know what's coming. I've seen it. I've been there a couple times through the lineup as a pitcher or as a hitter. Hey, I've been at the plate a couple times. I've seen a bunch of pitches. But what you hate is when it's a strike 1 inning and the next inning it's a ball. Speaking of strikes, there's a strike in the center field for a base hit by Walker. And holding up at third base is DJ Martinez, and now the base is loaded.
And the rally just keeps on rallying for the Jags. Base is loaded now, and doesn't get any easier. Zambrano Kistion. So Jags are on the cusp of batting around here.
Zambrano got kind of unlucky last time as she hit a fly ball to right field, and going back and making the play was the second baseman. At that point, it was Olivia. So we'll see if she can get one to drop in, and if she does, and could probably score 2 with 2 outs, is Sealing at second base. And Walker at first. They all got speed on the bases. Out pitched, taken down in the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Just incredible. You look at the score sheet for the Jags, and it's a lot of movement, a lot of numbers, a lot of runs scored, and you flip it on over, and it's just Ks and ground outs and strikeouts. It's just night and day difference.
This one swung on and lifted the center field, but back and making the play. It is Hui Martinez for out number 3. Jags bring 2 more across in the bottom of the 4th and lead 6-0 here on NorCal Sports TV as we go to the top of the 5th.
It's never too late to find your spot at San Jose City College.
And for adult education programs, it's free.
Get access to upskill opportunities
with online and in-person schedules to fit your needs.
I got my spot and increased my language skills.
Find your spot and start your future today at San Jose City College.
There's more than one path to a successful future, and they're all in one spot at San Jose City College.
Plus, there are ways to do it with no tuition or fees.
Discover your spot today at San Jose City College.
Sharks, the Giants, the Warriors.
Top of the fifth we go. Jags up 6-0 here as the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Barnhart, Martinez, and Smith. And then maybe it's a little too early to start thinking about this, but I mean, the Jags get out here and get a couple runs in the bottom of the fifth. That could be all she wrote.
Yeah, let's go home early. I'm always a fan of going home early.
Right? Absolutely. Try and get ahead of some of that traffic.
Man.
Here in San Jose, but got a little bit of stuff to take care of first here. Got to get some more outs, and Priya Quinones been cruising along. You talked about it there between innings off air, is that they got the hit last inning. It felt like they got a run. I mean, it was just because Priya's been cruising along so nicely. And then the Jags come out and answer back with 2 more in the bottom of the fourth. You're like, okay. Built up a 6-0 lead.
Ooh.
That pitch misses. Oh, and it's in there, actually. Strike one. Okay.
It looked like it missed from here, but he put that fist up awfully late. Didn't hear the growl, but he put that fist up.
But Priya will take it, right? Ahead of another hitter.
Right. It's been the secret all game long.
Here's the wind. The next pitch, that one off speed and floated way high. Release point, not right on that one. Is that one probably one of the first really non-competitive pitches we've seen here this afternoon by Priya, because that one just kind of slipped out.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
That top of the zone has been very effective for her throughout the entire game. And that's what I mean with, pitching at different levels. You pitch putting stuff at her eyes to set up the stuff low, putting stuff low to set up the stuff at the eyes, work in so you can work away. Just masterful work so far.
This one swung on and fouled back into the construction zone. No, you're absolutely correct, though, right? It's been a masterclass today on pitching for Priya. Solid effort here. Inside, outside, up, down, it didn't matter. It seemed like she's put it wherever she needed to try and keep these hitters for the Lobos off balance.
Soft contact is the name of the game, and there's another ground ball.
Walker up with it, over to first in time. And you said soft contact. That's exactly what it was. Just a little, ground ball to the second baseman. And Barnhart, out number 1, 4-3.
And like the only hit that they have is a seeing eye ground ball that, tipped off a glove. So it's been soft contact all game long, pop-ups, ground balls, and strikeouts.
Here's the first pitch. And that one's down low for a ball to Hui Martinez, the center fielder. Struck out looking for only a plate appearance in the second. Ball 2 for Priya Quinones. I think that's only the second time we've seen a 2-0 count here for Priya. And she's been consistently ahead of the hitters. This one swung on and fouled off. But again, you see her down 2-0, came right at them. It's easier to do too if you're up 6-0, right? If they hit a home run, okay, it's 6-1. Not a big deal, right? That's part of that pitching thing instead of throwing, right? You know the scenario, know that one pitch is going to hurt you with nobody on base.
Exactly. And it's pressure off. It allows you to say, okay, you know what? Maybe I will challenge somebody in a hitter's count.
That off-speed pitch hits Hui Martinez, and so only the second base runner of the game. This one hit by pitch.
That's such a small price to pay to have to say, like, hey, man, I had a pitching performance where I allowed 2 base runners. One of them was a seeing eye grounder, and the other one was a hit batter.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, that's when you know you're rolling.
It's a strong performance.
Here's the pitch. This one in there for a strike. And that's what you like to see, too, that bounce back. Hey, I hit the player before on the pitch before. But, again, even if you throw one down the plate and they hit it 500 feet, it's 6-2, you're still ahead. So go right at them, attack them, swing and a miss, strike 2. As Sidney Smith trying to launch one. Oh-2 pitch. This one swung on, lifted over towards us. Castro coming in, making the play for out number 2. Just in foul territory behind the first baseline. Good job there by Castro coming in and making the play. And again, another out for Quinones. It really wasn't. If she doesn't catch it, it's a foul ball, no harm, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where nothing's been able to hurt you so far today if you're Priya. This one swung on, lifted down the left field line, just foul.
That right there might have been the hardest hit ball.
Yeah, I was going to say that
might have been it.
Absolutely right, and that one was fouled by 7 feet down the third base line, right?
Yeah, that'll tell you the entire story in a 6-0 game. You can mention all the hitters that the Jags have. I mean, Vergara's got 3 hits. Martinez has 2 two-run doubles, and Keystion has a home run. And the player of the game, you could argue, is Quinones.
Right, absolutely. That one just misses for a ball.
He called it, though. He put that fist up there.
Oh, did he? Okay, the scoreboard said it was a ball, so my apology. I looked there.
So,
yeah. But it is. They fixed it 0-2.
Wow. That looked like it missed from here, too.
So Quinones gets the benefit of the call there. See if she can finish off the inning. Here's the wind, the pitch. That one is in there for strike 3. Delayed call, and looking is Dahl striking out for the second time, and Quinones is cruising. Jags lead 6-0.
It's never too late to find your spot at San Jose City College.
And for adult education programs, it's free.
Get access to upskill opportunities
with online and in-person schedules to fit your needs.
I got my spot and increased my language skills.
Find your spot and start your future today at San Jose City College.
There's more than one path to a successful future, and they're all in one spot at San Jose City College.
Plus, there are ways to do it with no tuition or fees.
Discover your spot today at San Jose City College.
To bottom of the 5th we go. Jags. 1 run in the first, 3 runs in the second. Hey, in the third inning, what happened? They didn't score, and then the bottom of the 4th, they put 2 on the board. And if they put 2 more on the board here, this will be a wrap, walk-off style. So we'll see if Jags can get that going here as we have Keystion, Castro, and Donahoe, the 7, 8, 9 hitters, and they've been pretty productive. Keystion home run, Donahoe with a couple singles, runs scored. They've been setting up the top of the order, and then once we get to Vergara, 3 for 3. Don't get me started there. And Martinez having a day. On base all 3 times, although 1 was an error. With 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. I mean, just talk about productivity from the order everywhere you look. Top, bottom, middle. It's all come through here for the Jags.
In the way the way I was taught baseball, as far as creating lineups and things like that, was always separating them in groups of 3. The top 3, the middle 3, the bottom 3. And the top 3 is doing so much damage. They have 6 hits. The middle 3 has been on base 4 times, and the bottom 3 has the home run and another hit. So just collectively as a unit, as a team, effective offense. We mentioned it in the very first inning and all the way through the game, setting an offensive flow and keeping it throughout the game.
No, absolutely. And like you said, you set the lineup up and everything's gone perfect, right? And it's kind of like one of those things where you're like, okay, Everything's gone right today for the Jags offensively. Sometimes you're like, hey, let's save some of this for later on in the season. You know, I mean, I know coaches can get a little superstitious like that and be like, hey, let's use all of our hits, as this one's lofted, and coming in and making a play is Dahl, the second baseman for out number 1.
It's also just really nice to see them put it together, where it's not just a great pitching performance on a day where they can only scratch across 1 run and you're playing stress ball the entire game. It's not a game where you score 6 but you've allowed 5, so you're still playing stress ball. They've put it together where it's both the pitching and the offense.
No, absolutely. That's a good point, too, because you said you could score 6 runs and lose 13-6, and you don't feel so great about yourself, right? I mean, that's one of those things you're like, okay, we hit the ball well, but we had 5 errors, and we didn't play well in the outfield.
Too many walks or whatever the case.
Gave up 3 home runs, and missed our location on all these pitches, and they took advantage of it. Woo! Speaking of taking advantage of one, there's one that's hit deep to left field and off the back pin and gone by Castro. Another home run for the Jags. And it's 7-0. First career home run for Castro, who's kind of stepped in and taken over the right field spot. O'Donohue was over there to start the season, and Donahue's moved over to left field, and Castro has been a defensive player that's come out and played well now, starting to swing the bat.
And the extra point for the Jags is good. It's now 7-0. And the solo home run from Castillo. This is, again, the bottom of the order. The second home run of the game from the bottom of the order, the 7-8-9 group, their third hit, second RBI. This is everything that you could have asked for from an offensive output.
Absolutely. Donahoe now steps in. 1 out. That means Vergara is going to hit again this inning, and she's been all over the place. This one in there for strike 1.
So then the key is to build on a game like this. You've put up 7 runs. Your pitching has been stellar. The defense has been phenomenal. Build on this. You see a game like this, it's not over. You still got another couple innings. Build on this. Keep tacking on runs. Keep putting up zeros on defense, hanging cricket numbers on offense, and carry this into the rest of the week. They got a game Saturday. You got an opportunity, or a doubleheader Saturday.
Yep.
Opportunity to really add a couple of wins to the record. They've played really, really well at home. They've struggled a bit on the road, but you have an opportunity to make that record look really good down the stretch.
Absolutely, and like you talked about, they step out of conference play to take on American River, a chance to get some wins that are important wins for possible playoff seeding down the line. You know, you get a chance to kind of look at your non-league record when it goes to that playoff seeding, and that's when they look and say, okay, well, we beat this team, and this team, and we should be ahead of them as far as the rankings go. So those are important games, you know, if you're looking to go into the postseason play, as the Jags are, trying to finish off not only a successful conference play, but also trying to set yourself up. And, of course, we'll be here to bring you the action on Saturday. 2 games, like you said, doubleheader versus American River College. Pitch misses the zone, evens the count at 2. Donahoe, 2 for 3. Single to left, single to right. Good eye there. Drives the count full. And you touched on it last time. Kind of a second leadoff hitter on the 9 spot there by Donahoe. Comes in with a solid 238 batting average. But takes a lot of pitches, does a good job of working the count, as we see here. And this one swung on and lined into the bullpen, foul. So we'll do it again. But kind of that player that you said, you're just going to take a bunch of pitches, see a bunch of things, and then somehow just kind of, there's a base hit and gets things going to the top of the lineup and starting things off.
It's exactly what she did in the 4th inning, that single with 1 out to start the rally, and then it was double. They got the runners over, and then another double got her in.
There's another single to left field, so she's got 3 hits on the day from the 9 position. As Sierra puts another one in the left field in front of the left fielder Ortiz. And here comes Vergara.
And it gets no easier. Vergara, very good hitter. 3 for 3. Lots and lots of speed. And can be so versatile that the defense may not know how to defend her in a situation like this.
First pitch in there for strike one.
Notice she didn't run up and try to slap at that one. You don't really have to in a 7-0 game. There's 2 runners. You got a runner on base, less than 2 outs. You already got a run in. She can do whatever she'd like to do here.
Slaps at that one, and it goes just over the third baseman's head. Foul.
So if she chooses to slap this at bat, or if she chooses to just plant that back foot and swing away, she has options that create a difficulty for the defense to have to defend against. The third baseman not playing, close to playing about as far in as before.
Yeah, Casares kind of started there and then kind of comes in a couple steps on the pitch. I was trying to take a look at that too last pitch. She was about 3 or 4 feet in front of the bag, not as much as she'd been previous at bat.
Last time it was a bullet down that third base line, so you got to be careful.
This one swung on, lifted the center field. Coming in and making the play is Martinez for out number 2. The first time Vergara's been set down today. And that'll bring up Jay Corona. The chance to extend the bottom of the 5th inning. Corona batting .344 coming into the game. There's 1 for 3 today with a single to right field. A pitch down low for a ball. Again, that's what we talked about, right? Those are non-competitive pitches. It's low. You see it come out of the hand. It's low. It's just going to go even further low. You can kind of just sit there and watch that one and be like, okay, I don't have to stress about that one if he has the hitter.
Rise ball's not going to ever start that low.
Right.
Missed down there again.
Yep.
And this is, if you remember what happened on the first home run by Keystion, it was same thing, starting too low. Now you get a hitter's count. You got to bring the ball up. Hitter's sitting on it, so this could be a big pitch here.
Yeah, right there in that happy zone for the
Exactly.
swinger. Or you can just take it for ball 3, right?
Right.
And now you're in that auto take zone 99% of the time. And hey, we're going to take a pitch.
Especially when you're up like this.
Right,
no
yeah.
need to be
There's no
swinging
reason
away
to be swinging for. Taken for strike.
And honestly, in a situation like this, you can afford to take again. Make her throw you a 3-2 pitch.
Absolutely, right? I mean, you're up in the count 3-1. You're up 7-0. So, like you said, unless it's right there where you want to swing, you can just be like, okay, nope, I'm good.
You look for one location, and if it's not there, you spit on it.
Yep. And that's exactly what she did, right?
Yep. One pitch, one speed. Now the count's full.
Yeah, now you're back to reacting and looking for a pitch and controlling things. But regardless, she made her pitch at least 6 pitches, right? I mean, that's the way it works.
Donahoe's going to be on the move on this pitch. 3-2, 2 outs.
So on ripped into left field, or right field rather. Play at third base is not made as the ball gets away from Casares. The throw coming in from Castillo was a little wide, and Corona takes the advantage and goes to second on the throw. And that's a big run at second base now.
Well, that's the winning run. So that's where it really becomes important to be mindful of every last pitch of this at bat. You're facing Martinez. She's 2 for 2 with 2. She's got 2 RBI doubles.
Yep.
So
that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's a big throw.
She's also reached on that error earlier.
Yep. But that's a big decision there by Castillo to try and throw to third base. That's given up that 60 feet where the runner would have been at first base. Now, if DJ hits a home run, it doesn't matter, right? They all walk in. But a double here, and we're going home.
Right.
I mean, and that's where those 60 feet add up.
Well, and the interesting thing, too, with 2 outs, you don't even need a double.
Right.
You ground ball up the middle, game's over.
It's probably going to score,
you know what I mean?
Right,
so, like you said, very big decision to throw from right field and throw to third. The ball got kicked around over there at third base, and that's what allowed for the back runner to advance.
And DJ would love to get into one here after teammates have hit 2 home runs. She's like, hey, wait a minute, what about me?
I hit the fence earlier.
Yeah, I came a foot away from hitting the home run earlier.
Right.
So, she's looking to put a strike into one. Oh, this one goes right back to the pitcher, though. And fielding her position nicely is Golden. That'll end the inning. 1 run comes across. 2 left on, and we go to the top of the 6th. Jags cruising 7-0 here on NorCal Sports TV.
It's never too late to find your spot at San Jose City College.
And for adult education programs, it's free.
Get access to upskill opportunities
with online and in-person schedules to fit your needs.
I got my spot and increased my language skills.
Find your spot and start your future today at San Jose City College.
There's more than one path to a successful future, and they're all in one spot at San Jose City College.
Plus, there are ways to do it with no tuition or fees.
Discover your spot today at San Jose City College.
So
the most awkward walk-offs are the Mercy Rule ones.
Right. Jags up 7-0 here in the top of the 6th. Quinones back out for another inning. I didn't know. I wasn't sure if we were going to see her again. I thought maybe we'd send her off in the 5th. But, might as well, right? She's been able to contain things. Only giving up 2 base runners, one on the hit by pitch and one on the ground ball off her glove. Facing 2 over the minimum so far. And Samantha Ortiz, the 9, and then Gould, the 1. Castillo, the 2 hitters. The 3 hitters due up for the Lobos. The only one of those to actually get on base versus Quinones was Gould with the infield single her last time up in the 4th. Ortiz takes the first pitch. It's in there for strike 1. Nobody's been warming up in the bullpen or either for the Jags, so look, it's Quinones's game right now here to finish. Here's the wind. That one outside for a ball.
Well, the best case scenario would be a 1-2-3 inning here, and then a first pitch crank.
Right.
In the bottom of the 6th, and let's just go home. Let's be done with this thing.
Quinones winds. Here's the pitch. This one swung on, ground ball. Keystion deep into the hole, fires across, not in time. And that'll be another infield single for the Lobos.
Seems to be the only way they can get on base is just hit the ball into the hole and hope that Keystion has a hard time getting it to first base. 2 incredible plays by Keystion to get the ball to first base and make it a close play. But Gould beat one out, and now Ortiz.
And that was actually Gwen Lizama who is pinch hitting for Ortiz. So Gwen gets the base hit. Now Gould, leadoff hitter for the Lobos, steps in. 2 balls. First time that a leadoff hitter's been on base all day for the Lobos. Here's the wind to pitch. That one in there for a strike. Looking across into the dugout, you can see McKenna Sealing getting ready. Swung on. This one comes right at us. Off the net is Gwen Lizana. is on at first base for the Lobos. Again, she got the pinch hit single to start the inning here, and like I was saying a moment ago, looking across into the bullpen, now you got some action. Just getting loose and getting ready to go is McKenna Sealing. Starting to throw in the bullpen there, so could be batter by batter here for the Jags. Over to 1 second for one on the first. Not in time, but Keistion able to get it over to Walker. Absolutely. So getting the lead runner.
So it was
Keistion to Walker out
6
at
to 4
second base.
choice.
Yep, absolutely. So just trading the runners were the Jags. Ooh, off-speed pitch, just misses inside. If you're the Jags, you'll take that, right? You trade it out. Hey, no harm. Not only do you get the out, you get the lead off, or the lead runner too. So you just, no harm, no foul. Ground ball to short, over to second. Again, right now,
have good speed though, so you got to be careful. But the Lobos haven't hit the ball very well today, so
right.
This could be a spot for a double play. They almost got the double play on that last one, especially with that great pick on the back end.
Yeah, good job there by Zambrano to go and get it, try and make it closer than it might have been. But if you're the Jags here, you'll take another ground out, even if it's just a single out, and keep things moving as you're counting outs.
That's the thing. Once you get to this part of the game, you really are counting outs.
Absolutely.
Even both teams.
As a coach, I mean, that's one of those things that you look at, right? I mean, that's what I'm looking at. Look, you got 6 outs to work with when you started the inning. Now you're down to 5.
Right.
Okay, I mean, that one, Keistion just unable to get it and into left field for a single.
Yes, you heard that correctly. That was not a Freudian slip. The ball was hit into the outfield for a base hit. The first one of the entire game for the Lobos.
Absolutely.
And it comes with an out in the 6th inning. Now, as much as we have been lighthearted about that all game, this is a runner in scoring position now for the Lobos. Second time today. And this becomes a big spot where the Jags got to do everything to keep that run from scoring and keep the mercy rule intact.
Well, yeah, I mean, and this is a big spot for Priya, right? I mean, you've been kind of cruising all day long. Ahead of the count, you won't get up 3 hits. That's the first one to go in the outfield. How are you going to respond? How are you going to come out and just say, okay, it's time for me to finish this off. I struck out a few. Let's go get another one now and put them away if you're the Jags. Or is it going to be the Lobos' chance to say, hey, we can get a couple of runs here, and all of a sudden it becomes a different ball game the last couple innings. This one drilled deep off the wall. Donahoe runs into the wall, now picks it up. 1 run's going to score, and there it is. It's a Casares double RBI, and that could be the end of the line for Priya, as that ball was hit off the top of the wall.
And here comes Giselle Lewis. Looks like they're just going to talk about it real quick. And this might be just to calm her down. Look, we can get you out of this inning.
Right.
We can let you go for the rest of the day. But if you got it in you to get these last couple outs, let's get these last couple outs and get out of here.
Yeah, and you're also buying a little bit of time, too, for McKenna to get loose in the bullpen there.
Absolutely.
You're like, hey, you're going to get 3 or 4 more throws. We're going to talk about things. And so you're going to give Priya, again, I've gone out there and said, hey, this is it. This is it. If you don't get this out, we're done. So you kind of know as a pitcher, okay, you know where you're at. Hey, if I get the out, I might get another one. If not, I know the end of the day is done. And so you can let it all loose. You can say, hey, this is the time I got to go get this big out that I need to kind of put this game back into our favor, even though it's 7-1 right now. But a base hit makes it a 7-3 game, and all of a sudden, things get dicey.
Right.
That one lipped down the left field line, just foul.
And the task is the cleanup hitter Griffall with runners in scoring position. So it's a tough task. You're not facing the number 8 hitter right
now.
Right,
absolutely. And like I said, if I don't know what was said out there, but I'm pretty sure it was, hey, here it is. Go get this out, and then we'll see about the next one. You know, I mean, that's kind of how coaches work a lot of the times. And so we'll see if Priya can answer that and get the out here, preferably without giving up a run, and then earn herself a chance to finish the inning. This one lifted, short, right field coming in. Castro in foul territory, throw to the plate, and DJ makes the play, double play, ends the inning. What a way for the inning to end for the Jags. Castro makes the play and then throws it out at home plate, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Jags up 7-1 on NorCal Sports TV.
It's never too late to find your spot at San Jose City College.
And for adult education programs, it's free.
Get access to upskill opportunities
with online and in-person schedules to fit your needs.
I got my spot and increased my language skills.
Find your spot and start your future today at San Jose City College.
There's more than one path to a successful future, and they're all in one spot at San Jose City College.
Plus, there are ways to do it with no tuition or fees.
Discover your spot today at San Jose City College.
How it goes. You might pitch both of them because that's the way that it's been sometimes. So. Wow, still kind of sitting here. Defensive play to end the inning. Castro not only comes in, makes the play in foul territory, but then the strike to DJ Martinez to get the out at home plate to double up and end the top of the 6th inning threat. Only one run coming across the plate on 2 hits, 1 left on for the Lobos, and now the Jags look to get back that run they gave up in the 6th, the Ceiling, Walker, Zambrano, the 3 scheduled hitters. But I wouldn't be shocked to see maybe a pinch hitter here in the inning. I think Shelby Apostolo might be grabbing a bat down there. Saw her go down to the batting cage a little while ago. We'll see if she comes in and gets in the AB here.
This is the game where you do that, you know. Get a big lead, empty the bench a little bit.
Well, the spot I'm looking at is Zambrano. Zambrano's been unfortunate 3 times, and Shelby would just be a straight across switch with Zambrano. She's been playing a lot of first base. Her and Ceiling have been playing the majority of the time there at first base, so we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. They're
the options in softball are so much different because you could absolutely pinch hit for her and then re-enter her.
Absolutely,
to play first base.
yeah.
And it's not something you can do in baseball, so it does change your
absolutely.
It
changes everything, right?
Yeah.
It takes a little while to get used to that too. If you're coming from a baseball standpoint, you're like, wait a minute, they just went that left and now they're back in the game, and it's almost like the Little League. You got to go back to Little League rules where it's re-enters and you can re-enter for this position and that, and so it's a little different than the normal baseball rules, but we'll see here is Ceiling going to lead off. Ceiling is 1 for 2, also has a walk, been on base twice. Pitch taken in there for a strike as we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Lobos as well.
Can you imagine the changes in baseball history if National League managers were always able to just re-enter their guys?
Oh, right?
Can you imagine how different baseball and softball would be? Just like flip those rules. Softball players can't re-enter and baseball players can. Oh, yeah. My goodness.
Oh, yeah, that'd be huge. May Martin in the circle now for the Lobos. Here's the one. That pitch is way up high for a ball. No, imagine having a chance to start a guy like an Ohtani, right? And he's pitching, or he's playing, hitting, and then, we're going to pinch hit for him here. Well, not that you probably would, but and then in the 4th inning, he's going to come back in the game and play again. In baseball, you're like, hey, a guy gets taken out. You're like, good, he's gone. He's out of the game. Yeah. He can go in the dugout and chill for the rest of the game and watch. And knowing that you could bring him back into the game at any point in time because he started the game, that's a huge advantage.
You could virtually DH anybody you want.
Yeah, you know? Exactly.
I'm going to put my best first baseman in there to play first base, but I'm going to put, Bryce Eldridge in there to take the at-bats.
Right. Absolutely. And I'm going to wait for that just right moment to pinch hit for him, but then I'm going to put the guy back in to play first base.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
It's kind of an interesting rule, and it kind of makes things, I think, more strategic, I think.
I've always thought managing in the National League was just an art
that
the universal DH takes away.
I agree. And I'm all for offense. I love seeing runs and this, but I do feel that not having the pitchers hit and putting that DH changes the whole game. I think it's a whole different game than it is if you have to manage and know that the 9 hitters coming up and that's a pitcher and usually a guaranteed out for the out. Okay, but then you got those pitchers that can hit and do things, as we have a little pinch runner action going on here. Oh, Izzy Gutierrez coming in to run for Sealing. But yeah, I mean, when you have that pitcher coming up and the pitchers that could actually hit, I thought that was a huge advantage for teams like the Braves back in the day. Yep, absolutely.
They had some really good hitting pitchers.
I mean, and they took it as hey, we're going to hit the ball. We're not just out. We're going to make it to where you have to get us out every time with Glavine and Smoltz and those guys. And like you said, Bumgarner, he'd get pinch hits just because he could hit, not alone just because he's a pitcher.
Bumgarner was one of the few pitchers that would hit for himself during interleague play.
Right.
Against the A's or whoever. And so, just it's an art, bro. It really is an art.
And like I said, you were saying, I think it just kind of changes the whole managerial aspect and the whole, mental game of, okay, I don't have to worry about that because my pitcher's going to pitch. And again, now you're thinking double switches that are gone in the day's baseball, or even do I leave the pitcher out there because he's going to come up to hit and I can pitch hit for him then. Back first is Gutierrez, and she's safe. But, yeah, you're looking there and, okay, your pitcher's struggling, but I don't want to replace him because then I got a pinch hit for the guy. And it just kind of changes the whole outcome of how you manage a baseball game.
Right. And roster construction, too, right? I mean, you got to make sure you have guys that come off the bench who can hit.
Speaking of hit, that one's in the left field for a base hit by Walker. Her third hit of the game.
That's a huge hit there because that just put the winning run on base.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
With speed.
Again.
And it's now an opportunity for...
Coming to bat, Shelby Apostolo.
So there you go. Good call on the pinch hitter. And exactly at the right call, exactly the right time. A spot here where a ball in the gap with good speed at first could win you the game.
Absolutely. Shelby takes the pitch in there for strike one. Shelby's got some pop in the bat, too. She can hit one off the wall here and end this. Here's the one, the pitch. This one popped up and back off the facing of the gym for strike two. Oh, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. This one taken just outside for a ball.
Is that where that missed at? Outside?
I think so. Looking on the screen there, that's where I would say it was. I thought it was too close to take with an 0-2 count personally, especially with a 7-1, score. I think Jags might have got an advantage on that one. This one swung on and missed for strike three. So Apostolo, the first out of the inning.
That
Eastion
is the Jaguars' first strikeout of the game.
Yes, it is. Eastion takes a ball. Wind blowing out to left field now.
And Keystion's already hit one out to left field today.
That one taken for a ball.
And it was this exact situation, a hitter's count.
Yep.
that she homered in that second inning. Homer here wins you the game.
Here's the wind. The pitch swung on and fouled back off in the construction zone for strike 2. Or strike 1, excuse me. 2-1. 1 out. 2 runners on base. Jags looking to put the wraps on this conference victory. Trying to improve to 5-4. This one swung on and dropped in front of the left fielder for a base hit. Station-to-station baseball right now for the Jags, and they have them loaded.
Second hit of the game for Keystion, and this bottom of the order continues to produce. That's 6 hits for the 7, 8, 9 hitters today.
Yeah, absolutely. That's you'll take that production anytime, right? If you're putting on the lineup card and trying to figure out who's going to hit. I mean, geez. 2 home runs at the bottom of the lineup, as we talked about. Setting up the top of the lineup. I mean, that's all you can ask for. Castro coming up, having a meeting at the mound here with the Lobos.
It's crazy because you think about the bottom of the order as the part of the order that you could, let's pitch to contact, let's get some outs. But they have 6 hits, 2 of them are homers, and they're playing excellent softball today. So you gotta talk about it. Bases loaded, yeah. The winning run is in scoring position, and the batter is homered today, and the person on deck's got 2 hits, and the person after that's the top of the order. It just doesn't get any easier. So
no, absolutely. And you look in the like scoreboard, I got highlights on the 7, 8, 9. That means they've each scored a run too. So that's it's one of those things. You've got 3 runs scored, 2 home runs. Absolutely, that's the dream production out of the bottom of the lineup.
You do have 1 out, so you don't get the 2-out jump, but with good speed, with Walker at second base.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you get that advantage.
You still could get 2 runs on a single.
That one bounces in there for a ball. Right now, you got to make sure it's a strike.
So you got to throw strikes. Bases loaded. There's nowhere to put her. So if you're gonna just keep working yourself into trouble, Jags will take it.
Right. Martin's next pitch is in there for a strike.
Two balls, 1 strike. This could be the biggest pitch of the ball game right here.
Taken for strike 2. So battling back is Martinez. Remember, Gutierrez pinch running for Sealing on third. Walker on second. That pitch is taken for a ball, and now it's full. Keystion, not to be left out, is on first base. Don't need the letters coming. I missed Keystion. Can't miss her. She's been the big bat that started things off. Kind of got things going. That home run kind of set the tone. That one swung on and fouled back. We'll do it again. Castro made the nice defensive play in the top of the inning. Let's see if she can get one here to drive in a couple runs. This one popped back behind the plate, and it'll get back into the stands and off the stanchion there. So we'll do it again.
A lot of energy coming from that Jags dugout. They're fired up. They know what's at stake. Base hit can win you a conference game right here. On-deck hitters got to be locked, too, because a walk here puts the bat in her hands for the game-winning run.
Absolutely. Here's the wind, the pitch. This one swung on and lifted into center field. Making the play is Martinez, but flying home, and for the 8th run of the game is Gutierrez. And so a sac fly gets 1 across.
So they do get the run back from the top of the 6th, which will make, look, it'll make you think a little bit, golly, if they didn't give up that run in the top of the 6th, we'd be out of here. But
right.
But nonetheless, you have an opportunity with a runner at third base to win this game, and this is where that last 60 feet becomes crucial. It could be a wild pitch.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a ball that's kicked on a ground ball,
right,
a pop-up that gets dropped,
absolutely.
Anything. So pressure is on for the Lobos here if they want a shot to come back in the top of the 7th.
And Donahoe's been 3 for 4, 3 singles. Last one to left field. So she's been locked in all afternoon. Love to see her get a chance here just to finish this off for the Jags fan. Here's the wind, the pitch. That one taken for a strike.
You do have the open base, so a walk doesn't kill you. But it does bring the top of the order to the plate with the bases loaded and the winning run at third.
Yeah, absolutely. Martin Wine, this one swung on and missed.
Good off-speed pitch, had her out in front of that one a little bit. Her swing was already wrapping around her shoulder by the time that ball crossed the plate, so good job keeping her off balance.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one swung on and fouled back behind the plate. We'll redo it here at 1-2. Eight runs, 16 hits for the Jags as this one is taken for a ball. No errors. That's the big key for the Jags defensively. 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 big errors for the Lobos. Kind of got things started in the first
early,
on the error.
Yeah.
And then, not to mention the one mental error, too, that kind of helped things along. So this one popped up over to first, and not in time, and that'll be another run scored as Donahoe gets an RBI single, and that'll do it. Jags victorious here by the mercy rule, 9-1 here from Lady Jag Stadium.
Well, they found a way to get that extra run across. It was a little bit of a duck snort that bounced in no man's land on the infield, and it gave Donahoe plenty of time to get down the line. For how many hits is that for her today?
4 for 5.
Big day for Donahoe on the base pass all day long, and it completes what was as great a game as you could have asked for if you're the coaching staff of the Jags.
Absolutely, and Quinones gets the win, pitches the complete game, only giving up the 1 run. That was big, too, getting out of the top of the 6th with that double play. Set things up for the Jags to finish it off in the bottom of the 6th. So Jags get the victory, improved to 5-4 in conference play, and they'll step out of conference on Saturday to take on American River College twice here on NorCal Sports TV. For my color guy, Matt Franco?
Falcon.
Oh, like the Atlanta Falcons. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Like the Atlanta Falcons.
Matt Falcon. I'm Jeremy Hurtado. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here on NorCal Sports TV. Baseball forever, so it's one of those things where Dion called me, my boss, and goes, "Hey, do you want to do baseball games or softball games?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm down." Even though it's a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.